welcome here if you're she, he, we, or they. You're welcome here if you're gay, straight, or working it out. You're welcome here if you're in a relationship, single, divorced, or widowed. You are welcome here if you're inked, pierced, both, or neither.
You're welcome here if you're young.
Or young at heart.
You're welcome here if your neurons like to be typical or like to be spicy. You're welcome here if you're more Christian than Colin from Witch Hazel or haven't got the whole faith thing yet.
You are welcome here if you're living on a prayer or could use a prayer right now. You are welcome here if you've got it all sorted or if you've got doubts. You are welcome here.
Hi, Spell. Hope you're okay. Yeah, how's medication and stuff? Hope you're okay. I'm completely recovered from encounters with spiders. To quote Mr. Stephen Harris of The Maidens What Orion, is it right to believe in the need to be free? Pardon me, that's not in the song. I've just drunk some Pepsi very quickly. What burp? Live burp. Sorry. Not alone with the dream, just to want to be free, with a need to belong. Indeed we do. So Iron Maiden, the Clansman. Let's gather. Hey, Peter! How are you? How are you? Hope you're doing well, my friend. And yeah, let us gather. So yeah, feel free to join in with these words, screamed, growled. The louder the better in a public setting. Cool. Let's gather. And I find where I put it. Oh yeah.
As the moon rises, the sun slips sight. Begins the ritual of this night. For those convinced their path is right. Gathered from north, south, east and west, yet called at another's behest, those treading the path that is left. From near and far come as you are to this place and embrace this space as darker hue embraces you. Of water, spirit, earth and fire, confessing the sins of empire, we come with our wounds and desire. Sensing that we are not alone, drawn to the flame that guides us home, for here you, me and yet to be. Importance and signs of these times, for the sake of all those maligned, is yet the home of the divine.
Sorry, it's completely laggy at my end. So hello, Peter. Yes. Hope it's all well with you in Stoke. And just back. Peter 118, amazing Christian musician, band, punk styley. Because I've done stuff in kind of a range of different styles as well. But yeah, been on the Extreme Tour in the USA, Northern Ireland, and the UK, and resting now. Good. I hope it's a well-earned rest. I hope the tour was good. Hope it was a fruitful time for you personally and as a group, and in terms of what you guys were offering as well. So that's awesome. Thanks for being here, my friend. And is there anything that people want to celebrate, give thanks for? I guess the Extreme Tour is something to be thankful for, and the impact that has and was had and will continue to have. And the man, the legend, Mr. Aaron V. Graham. All hail! I'm all right. How are you, man? That's awesome to be with you, dude. Hope you're okay. Well, cheers to Tack for catching up. With people after a while. This is awesome. And is there anything else that people want to give? A shout out for positive stuff, things that filled you with hope, joy, encouraged you, put you back in touch with who you are as a carrier of the divine, as someone made in the image of the divine. There we go. Extreme Tour as well. Yeah, that's fantastic. I'm just having a quick look at the page as well. I'm glad it was awesome. And if there's stuff you want to give thanks for, drop us a comment in on Facebook or YouTube, and just a bit of something while you have time to do that.
Hear the crowd as we roar. See the eagle, it soars. Wind and rain, refresh once more. From fear, hope redefined, we will not be denied. For are we yet alive? The threefold name, and rekindle the flame. Faith, hope, and love they remain. The song shall stay the same. Like it's all gone too, shall we be downcast too? Or stand shield to shield, together in the field? We refuse to yield. Steadfastly holding the line, for love wins in eternity's time. We keep pressing forward until the last, and our crash shall be forever. Choose attack.
Cool. What a gathering of the clans. So, hi Bruno. Wait a minute. Find the button with the comments on. There we are. Yeah. So here we go. So thank you, good people, for so celebrating and for the whole experience of the Extreme Tour, and just the number of places it's been, USA, Northern Ireland, UK, and catching up with people. Aaron, and I'm glad you're doing all right, my friend, and lots of love for Northern Ireland. This is very, very cool. Yeah. Well, it's I think it might not be going too well with my internet, which might be part of the issue. But celebrating seeing live gigs as well. Oh, it's doing it again. I say the internet's playing up, and then it just kind of just goes slow at this end. So I don't know if it's coming out the other end all right, but I don't know. But thank you, good people, for showing what this day has made Yao say in a sort of punky shout or a death metally growl or maybe a sort of black metally kind of scream. I don't know, but giving thanks, but saying it in Old Norse, for it is more Viking, therefore inherently more metal. Thank you for sharing what this day has made you say, truthful God. This is cool. So new song coming soon. Feel free to drop in the link. Just remind people where we can come and hear you, Aaron. So for you, Peter Man, I know you're a man, but Peter Man, as in that dude. And it's all good. All musical styles at different times, I think, are helpful. I say that. I draw the line personally for me, sort of jazz. I just can't do it. I can't do it. It's like a scene in Wayne's World 2 where Garth's being made to watch whatever it is whilst Kenny G plays saxophone whilst a dentist drills into his kind of mouth. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, but maybe as well as... wait on. So, actually it went down in Derby as well. So we had a power cut up here the other day. Well, down here. Where am I? No, I'm north of you, just aren't I? Northeast Derbyshire. That's it. There we are. Thank you. So please go and check out Aaron V. Gray music. Have a look on Facebook. Many good tunes from both Peter and Aaron as well. Cool. I'm recording next year. That's fantastic. And I say next year, but actually that's like a couple of months, really, isn't it? That's exciting. That's cool. So we had a power cut. The internet's gone down there. Mine's going really slow, and it's been fine all day. So maybe it's a kind of knock-on issue in Derbyshire. What am I too looking for? Catching up with people. Being at the Methodist Synod for the Sheffield District in Barnsley last Saturday, and meeting Genesis, the youth president, 2025 to 26, has some cool piercings. Who's going to be at Free Generate? Seamless plug. Where we're going to be as well. So Aaron's recording, Peter's recording, Metal Methodist and Free Generate are recording. We're recording a metal song, so we're in the sound studio from 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock on the Saturday night, so the first weekend in October, and it'll be awesome to see you. We've just, as of this weekend, at the end of this weekend, the sort of the chorusy bit will be up there. We're kind of transcribing it, so if you're a keyboard player, there's going to be keyboards there, there's going to be cajons, acoustic guitars. We're going for a sort of Tenacious D style, right? And all instrumentation is welcome. If you are not a musical person, it's fine. There's some shouting and chanting to be done. There's some sort of claps and stuff and stamping and stuff to be done. It's just, we're going to make a joyful noise, and it's about being part of it. It's about being part of it, and whatever comes out the other end, it's all good. A joyful noise will be made, and a good time will be had. So this is very cool. And are there any jazz metal bands? Yeah. So I mean, I do I don't know. I appreciate it. So I suppose Iona, who did the kind of rock, well, maybe not metal, but rock prog with a bit of stuff. I don't know. I'm just trying to think. I mean, it's the sort of thing that you could totally imagine Tool doing something in like 24/8 time or something for only half a bar, and then switching to 12/24 time or whatever. I don't know. Oh, cool. So Peter 118, we're at the Red Lion in August in Lytton. Cool. Aaron is still doing the show. 7 years. Who will rock you? Right. But on US radio. That's fantastic. That's going. That's. Hello, Sam. Just dropped in at the mention of Tenacious D. So we are doing at the Sound Studio. No, it is Sound Studio venue at the NEC as part of Regenerate the first weekend in August. So basically an opportunity. So in that Sound Studio, there's going to be all sorts of workshops. There's someone doing beatboxing, all sorts of different styles of music. We're there for 2 hours on the Saturday night doing, recording a song. I've got to spend tomorrow afternoon and Sunday just getting the sort of like guide thing done for it, so you can have a listen to what we've put together so far on the theme of Regenerate this year, which is kind of journeying and faith, but also tuning into God and trying to create a workshop. And the instruments that they've been able to get hold of are cajons, which I have one down here. That wasn't very good. Acoustic kind of guitars and some keyboards, so people can kind of go in there and do stuff on iPads and GarageBand and do their own kind of stuff during the day, and we're there in the evening. And it's just a place to hang out as well. So I think with the acoustic guitars, hence the Tenacious D. There'll be a little bit of a homage in there, I think, at some point. We'll do that. And good point. Thank you, Aaron. Yeah, if there's anybody around who is in a band and would like to get some attention and just share your music, then contact Aaron V. Graham Music on Facebook, the show over on US radio, as well as Midnight Metal Monastery, Metal Midnight Monastery, Monastery of Midnight at Metal. Monastery of Metal at Midnight. I'm sorry, David. As well, and equally here as well. So just celebrating creativity. So it will be on the He Will Rock You radio show, currently in the US. But at this soundstage, we are. If you are somebody who can write lyrics, that's fine. You don't have to sing them. If you are somebody who kind of like speak spoken word stuff, we can incorporate that. If you are somebody who's bought into art, then you know what does every piece of music need? It needs some artwork to go with it. Speaking of which, here is the artwork that specially produced for Regenerate this year by our very own Metal Methodist Mark Brereton. 2 pieces of artwork. I saw the mock-up of the T-shirt. So imagine this on khaki green. This is going to be on the back because it would make an awesome tattoo. So it's got Metal Methodist on the front and this on the back. Here it comes. So there we are. Yeah, so imagine that on a sort of khaki green T-shirt. It looks absolutely stellar. So we'll be getting some of those. And the link on the Metal Methodist Facebook page, not quite yet, but in the very near future, if you want to order one, again, it's just a way of putting some money into cover licenses and stuff for here, as well as the Ko-fi that's going down the bottom. If you want to support regularly, or if you feel like able to make a one-off donation, covers licenses, expenses, all this sort of stuff. And that's the other piece of artwork as well that Mark did, which is just really nice as a sort of more general piece of Metal Methodist artwork. So that's cool. So huge thanks to him. So basically Regenerate, I think 3,000 young people, sleeping in tents inside the NEC. We were there with Witch Hazel last year at 9 o'clock in the morning. Not the most metal time, but it was amazing. They were amazing, and still are, obviously. And if you haven't heard their new album, then I'm sure you can check out How It Sounds on Aaron's show, on the He Will Rock You radio show. I'd purchase it through Nordic Mission maybe, or through Witch Hazel's website, Bandcamp. Yeah, so thank you, people. As well as some of the good stuff, perhaps there's been some not so good stuff for you. Is there anything that you particularly want to lay down, let go of, turn away from this day? Maybe it's regret, maybe it's just stuff that's happened that's not your duck off, and not your confidence, not your self-esteem, maybe a bit. I think I can relate a little bit to that at the minute. And perhaps sometimes just acknowledging it and getting it out of us is just helps it not chew you up inside. So if it feels appropriate and safe for you to do so, recognizing it's a public stream. So kind of respect your own kind of confidentiality information as well, but perhaps just acknowledging it in a way that's safe and comfortable for you. So a bit of tunage while any comments that you want to put in, please do.
As the light fades from sight, all is lost into darkest night. Sticks and stones, come drink
Thank you, Peter. I will come back to that comment momentarily. Yes. Yes. Is a short answer. I shall discuss more in a moment. But thanks, Isabel. Yeah. The sunshine and the showers of life. Yeah. But things coming to or a current way of being in a current place for such a time as has been, yeah, to celebrate that, to mark it, yeah, yeah, I love it. The communion, the presentation, tears and smiles and fellowship, yeah, but also the start of the next chapter. And I know you've been kind of involved in various ways of maintaining people, offering people opportunities to kind of still be in touch, and to continue that in different ways in different places. So it's yeah, it's not the end, and God has not finished with you and with that context and with those people, and God is working in you, through you. So, you know, but yeah, just acknowledge the reality of that feeling. Yeah, and the tears as well as the smiles of fellowship and support and care. Absolutely. So an invitation to lay down whatever it is that is heavy for us, and not in a cool metal way, as we share in these words, if you would like to do so.
The principalities and will to power, the worms from within my own darkest hour. I confess all the regrets and the regrets, the burdens and fears, the lament and the tears. I lay them down.
And I believe that as we do, that the divine in the original long-haired bearded dude from Nazareth, Jesus, comes running out to meet us, arms open wide, saying, "Come to me, all you who are weary and heavy laden, even if you don't like Iron Maiden. But what is wrong with you? Why don't you? And I will give you rest." May rest, peace, refreshment, wholeness, hope be yours in whatever way you need it in this moment, and for today. And whatever we're going through, whether it's cool and life's great, whether it's not cool and heavy, not in a good way, we are not alone. We support each other, but also the divine, the universal force of love, God, is with us, within us, and nothing can alter the fact that you are a child of the divine, and that you carry that maker's mark, that creation. God speaks and looks and says, names it as good, and that's you. So you are not on your own. I keep pressing a button in the hope that something's going to happen, but it's not happening. So I don't know. My I think I may have to knock.
One night of the highest king, oh, will welcome me. I was lost, but he brought me in. Oh, his love for me. Oh, his love for me. The sun sets free. Oh, it's free indeed. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. In my Father's house, there's a place for me. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. Free at last, He has ransomed me. Oh, His grace runs deep. While I was still a slave to sin, Jesus died for me. Yes, He wait for me. Who the sun sets free, oh, it's free indeed. I'm a child of God, and yes I am. In my Father's house, there's a place for me. I'm a child of God, yes I am. I am chosen, not forsaken. I am who you say I am. You are for me, not against me. I am who you say I am. Who the sun sets free, oh, it's free indeed. I'm a child of God, yes I am. In my Father's house, there's a place for me. I'm a child of God, yes I am.
Cool. I'm going to like it. Aaron. Oh dear. Sorry. I'm glad to like it, man. That's cool. Thank you. Appreciated. Yeah, so just scrolling back to Peter, of Peter118 fame, his comment, can we set up a Metal Methodist event for people in rock, metal and punk? So we've started to do kind of once a month on the third Saturday of the month, a kind of hybrid event where we will kind of usually do some sort of streamed act of worship, but also gather, hang out, and do some other stuff. So we've done a couple of ones around Christmas and the longest night, but kind of leaning into that in terms of sort of the Gothic thing. We did one at on Easter Saturday in terms of the longest night, the darkest night. So we're kind of kind of gearing up to things like that. And yeah, I think one of the things we are exploring is whether there's people being gathered in different places, various different forms of rock and metal and punk and everything in between, kind of ministry and community. But a chance to gather, a chance to share creativity, whether it's music, whether it's Mark with his kind of artwork and graphic design, whether it's people who take amazing photographs. How do we kind of support each other and share that creativity? So yeah, definitely something that is in our brains at the minute and exploring stuff. But to gather somewhere central, I don't know, sort of Midlands, maybe Southish Yorkshire, that sort of area, Stoke. That would be cool. So brilliant. Thank you. Let's just put that up there. There we go. Cool. Is it that long ago? Good grief. Well, if people want to check that out, I think if you cut and paste, because I'm not looking at it on the stream end, whether you can click the link, but if not, just cut and paste it there. Then please do go and check Aaron out, and again, just follow it on Facebook, Aaron V Graham Music on Facebook. That would be cool, I guess. So I think in March, I think we're doing in Sheffield with the Steel City Choristers a Metal Methodist evensong, so leaning into the Gothic classical vibes of sacred choral music, but alongside some metal sounds as well. So just trying to gather people together, and we've received a little bit of funding that's just allowed us to increase our capacity, hence the sort of everything to help pay for licenses, and we've got a prayer event coming up on. Let me check what day it is. Prayer event. There's on the Metal Methodist Facebook page. There is an event for it, and if you look in the event, there is a link in the description. Just to, I guess, to pray for stuff like this and to talk about it and see what might be feasible. Yeah. So it does feel like there's a bit of don't know, a rebirth, a renaissance of kind of UK kind of Christian hard music. Feels so, and some of the, I think there's the guys down in Camden, there's Rob up in Halifax, so I don't know, but certainly gonna have a pray about this and all things. We're doing it on 25th at 7 o'clock online, so via Zoom. But if you check out the Facebook page, there's an event, Metal Methodist Zoom, Metal Methodist prayer event, and the link for that is in the description. Let's kind of see what happens, and whether it's kind of together some crowdfunding or application, I don't know, but let's talk, share the creativity, and see kind of where we go. There we go, excellent. So I'm off to Durham a week on next weekend, not this weekend, next weekend, up in Durham, and then Free Generate the week after. We've almost got this tour bus. It's a works van with a drum kit in. Well, and just the stuff that generation doing, like the whole kind of not smartphones potentially, but that questioning and making some quite bold lifestyle choices, some countercultural stuff. There's definitely something happening, which is awesome. So just kind of looking for what it means to fully engage with life in all its fullness. But if people are around on the 25th at 7 o'clock just to pray and discuss perhaps this further, and kind of let's share contacts, ideas, and see what we can create and who we can get to enable it, I suppose, as well, some of it. I think all things are possible. So is there anything that people want to bring as and for prayer, for what we've just talked about, thinking of Isabel and that the next step in the journey for the people in that local on-site church community, and what's next for people, but also stuff going on in the world, whether it's Gaza, whether it's stuff in Ukraine, just where there is violence, where there is people suffering, where there is just a need for hope. What do we bring as and for prayer this day? Feel free to let us know in a comment on YouTube or Twitter.
flesh and nails. Does love prevail?
Stay with me. Pray for me. Arms open wide, with pierced side.
Within defeat, hiding a peace, eternal release. When striving cease,
Stay with me. Pray for me. Arms open wide, with pierced side. Crown of thorns for all my scorn. I feel your breath as you love me to death.
Cool, thanks, Sam. Yeah, sort of praying for Gaza and all those places where division is causing the path of love to take a wrong turn. Yeah. How long? Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I think, I don't know, things feel quite tense at the minute. I have different views, and I think different views are fine. How do we, still hold together? Colossians, all things hold together in Christ. How do we, how do we do that as people made in God's image? That stuff that binds us together, even when we have different views. Yeah. Thanks, Peter. Isabel. Yeah, absolutely. And so I was saying, so that's prayer, but just I think our synod was really encouraged that we had people from Cliff College, which is a ministry theological college in the Peak District in Derbyshire, but they were kind of talking about just fantastic expressions of new things. So the Evangelism Growth team was talking about how so they'd been to Edinburgh Festival and they got this sofa and they just wheeled the sofa up and down the Royal Mile and got people to sit on it and tell them when they had been lost in wonder, to share a story of that. And somebody was there, Deacon John was doing some beautiful sort of amazingly talented artists doing some watercolor stuff based on what they were saying, and giving that to people, that sense of being heard, seen, known. People of faith, people of no faith, people of different faiths, but just united. I guess going back to what that comment from Peter, people united by a willingness to listen to each other's stories and to be moved, and to feel seen and heard, and the power of that. So I think, people were exploring at this thing on Saturday. Where are those opportunities for to be God's family, the family of the divine, the family of the all parent, and whom we all hold together. We might call it church, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a particular type of building with a particular pointy thing and a cross on it. It can be wherever we gather, right? The conversations in the garden centre, the conversations in the shop queue, the conversation in the Uber, whatever it is, in the pub, and those things are happening. So I think, we can. I think hopefully, feel hopeful. I think there is an element of that, even when things are difficult and change, and that is sometimes not easy as well. I recognise that, but I was going to end with these lyrics, but I'm going to share them now. If you think, you'll name this one as well. If you think it's over, better think again. There'll be no compromise. Time to hit the power, feel adrenaline, move into overdrive. If you think we'll back down or accept defeat, brace for the aftershock. Take it to the limit, take it to the streets, give it everything you've got. Here comes the revolution. Judas Priest, revolution. So thank you, Sam, as well. Yeah, for ministers, people in ministry, and those for Methodist Church year starts in September. So a lot of people therefore move during the summer, and that means kids changing schools and areas, as well as changing schools just because of growing older, and that's huge for people. That's the impact on wider families as well. For those who are living with a partner or have children as part of one or two adults in that household potentially being in ministry, and therefore the work and the expectation of those new contexts. So just think about all those who are in those new contexts, that there will be grace from the people as those moving into them find their feet, but also a willingness to accept the graces and the gifts that those people moving newly into those contexts of ministry bring, which may be very different to the person who was there before. And I think that's part of the beauty of, as well as all the challenges or the consequences of having an itinerant system where ministers move around after a certain number of years. It means that we engage with new people, both as people in churches or in communities of faith, but also as people in ministry as well. And we learn more and we grow together, which I think is all part of that journey to unity, of holding together, and being blessed by the diversity of human experience as well. Greetings, Patrick. Hope you're well. So thank you, beautiful people, for sharing what you bring as and for prayer this day, and invite us to scream, shout, growl these words as we make our offering for this day to the All-Parent.
To the one in whom all people and all creation have their being.
Again, I don't know if this...
May your kingdom come, your will be done, as above, so below. Sustain us for this day. Show us grace as we seek to show grace to those we feel have wronged us. Save us from the worst that is within us and within this world. For the kingdom, the power and the glory are yours, now and forever. Amen.
Whoa, hold on a minute. I'm just going to get my step ladder. Can you see Hild? No, lift me up. All right. Prayer for all the the hate, anger, division that seems to be being pushed in society, and all that we see. So it's broken by God's love. How we live that and express that to others. Us being the answer to that prayer. Absolutely. And grace and peace. Changing things little by little. It makes total sense, my friend. Thank you. Nice profile picture. Absolutely. And I'm gonna do these lyrics again because I was going to end with them, but I think it kind of got time for one piece of music. But just to think about, I guess, we talked about getting together as people of faith in different ways into different types of music and creativity and how we might share that. And we've got the prayer event on the 25th of September at 7:00. It's on an event at the Facebook page. The link for it is in the description. So 7:00 on the 25th, so next Thursday. And just to pray about that, to pray about, as Paul says, how through us and how we are and where we are and what we say, what we do, how that grace and that peace and that unity might become a real thing, little by little, and just doing what we can, but doing it together, and knowing that we're not alone in that. So I shall repeat these words from St. Rob of Halford. If you think it's over, better think again. There'll be no compromise. Take it. Time to hit the power, feel adrenaline, move into overdrive. Brace for the aftershock, take it to the limit, take it to the streets, give it everything you've got. Here comes the revolution of love, of peace, of grace. And be all that you are, because you are ultimately, wonderfully and fearfully made, and you are a custodian of God, and you make the world a better place by being in it because of who you are. So,
in the Savior's blood. Died he for me who caused his pain, for me who him to death pursued. Amazing love, how can it be that thou, my God, shouldst die for me? Amazing love, how can it be that thou, my God, shouldst die for me? 'Tis a mystery, all the immortal dies. Who can explore his strange design? In vain the firstborn seraph tries to sound the depths of love divine. 'Tis mercy all, let earth adore, let angel minds inquire no more. 'Tis mercy all, let earth adore, let angel minds inquire Tis mercy all immense and free for all. My God, it found out me. Tis mercy all immense and free for all. My God, it found out me. Spirit lay fast bound in sin and nature's night. Thine eye diffuse a quickening ray. I walk the dungeon fleeing with light. My chains fell off, my heart was free, and I rose when forth. Follow thee, my chains fell off, my heart was free, and I rose when forth and followed thee. No condemnation now I dread, Jesus and all in Him is mine. Hallelujah, my living head, and clothed in righteousness divine. Bold I approach the eternal throne, and claim the crown through Christ my own. Bold I approach the eternal throne, and claim the crown through Christ my own. Bold I approach the eternal throne, and claim the crown through Christ my own.
Yeah. Cheers, Patrick, as well. So while we had the Sheffield Synod, where it was great, speaking of greetings, Patrick, it was great to see St. Timothy Baker for the first time in many years. And whilst at Synod, because it happened to coincide with the Unite the Kingdom. My teenagers aren't currently here, so I have no idea either. Sorry. Do you hover? I don't know. Yeah, and because I see YouTube and Facebook in a very different way at this end, so I don't get any of the emojis and like things on my bits. I have no idea. But we feel you giving your phone the thumbs up at this point in time. But yeah, we had news that there are some people in a particular place not too far from where I live who've been there for as long as they've been in this country. They arrived legally, and we had wind that people were leaving the march in London and were coming up here. And in the end, I think 100 people turned up with banners and just stood there quietly saying no to racism and welcome. And people from the houses came out, and I think one other person turned up with a different sort of message, and then it rained. So, you know, mysterious ways and all that. But yeah, I don't know at the moment how we stand and express views that might be different, but in a way that is respectful and not inciting and escalating. So that's really helpful to drop that in. So methodist.org.uk, Methodist Church website. If you go into that's a bite. That's for our Metal Methodists and the home counties. Then some information there about ways in which we might be able to express views in an appropriate way. And certainly we have, I think there was another one today unannounced, but I think there's one happening on the 28th. So there's some of us going to try and follow that example there, and having been briefed about what to say, where to be, what not to say, and to at all times comply with what any of His Majesty's constabulary ask us to do. That's yeah. Oh, here we are, the RT help desk. Thank you, Sam. If you're on a phone, just touch the comment. Like, yeah, okay, you press it, don't you? Yeah, okay. So you touch screen, you press, and then it pops. Yes, pops up, and then you can choose the one you want. Yes, thank you. How beautifully described. I'm gonna screenshot this so I can look at it again when I'm then at my phone later going, I don't know what to do. Thanks, Sam. See, we just all work together, and we're just, yeah, together we're stronger. And I can't believe it's been a year ago, actually, Patrick, since we were down in Bristol with the Revelation exhibition by Jackie Parkinson, and another one happening for Edge Recreation. Yeah, I looked online at the pictures of that. They are amazing, and a lot of food for thought. So yeah, it was good to be with you last year, and so we have some events coming up, particularly in the new year, with some dignitaries attending. We've had the youth president. We may engage with the youth, this year's youth president. And, you know, all I'm saying is there are youth presidents and there are presidents, and maybe, yeah, we'll be having a Metal Methodist moment with this year's president of conference. Whether they know that yet, I don't know. But from a district point of view, we put the form in, and that's kind of looking like it's happening. So yeah, so there are stuff coming up. We'll keep planning events on there. But if anybody's around on the 25th at 7:00, a chance to share this sort of news, to pray. If you're not someone who prays, but you feel part of this community, you are equally welcome. And your input, your thoughts are equally valid and equally welcome. Because it is just about trying to get through each day, maybe each moment, in a way that is about grace and love and care and inclusion and celebrating who we each are. Yeah. So, yeah. Thank you all. The internet's still being weird. So, right, no, okay, update. Trying to say report comment. We'll see. So Tim Baker, who used to work for All We Can, now works for Shelter, who was one of the very early Metal Methodist adopters. I did something similar, Paul, and I thought, I've not seen Tim for a while. I wonder if I've upset him. Well, it turned out I pressed the button to like some comment, and I'd not only I blocked him and reported him. Then he couldn't get back on for like the next 2 years. Oh goodness me! I only found out what I'd done by accident. And then yeah, so I feel you, my friend. I feel you. Okay, I think a peck. Okay. Man, it's see. Back to Peter's comment about having an event where we can all just get together, whatever sort of music we're into, or share our creativity and just support each other and see each other and kind of know what's happening across the UK, you know? It's we could also run an IT help desk. Well, Sam can run an IT help desk, and me and Paul will be in the queue. Honestly, at my autism support group, like the number of people who are going, I don't have a smartphone, I don't engage with the news because like the anxiety is enough day by day without and I'm like, yeah, yeah, when my teenagers aren't here, I'm kind of I may return to a flip phone. I may follow Gen Z as well as going back to church. I may digital detox. Which obviously won't include not streaming because that'd be silly. But it just means I won't be able to apply for anything without powering up a computer. Anyway, sorry, James, shut up. Yeah, shut up. Sorry, Hild. Yes, thank you all. Peter, Aaron, it's been amazing to catch up with you as well. Thank you all for being here. Bruno for popping in as well. Sam, Paul, Isabel, those who have not commented and are around. Patrick, thank you. And those who are watching, commenting later on, thank you for who you are. And I mean that. I literally thank God for who you are. And just continue to be who you are. Because I say, you are custodians of the divine and you share love and a peace by who you are and where you are, and what you do and how you do things and what you say and how you say them. And we will get there bit by bit, as Paul said. We will get there. Until all are free, and all shall be free indeed. Until then, blisters and others, go well, but not before I invite you to sway. I've missed this condenser mic. Sway with me, Metal Compline. Sway with me, Metal Compline. Oh dear. Shut up, James. Get a grip. Thank you, metal pickers and nose pickers. And it's rock on from her. Rock on! And it's rock on from me. Let's rock!